Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to the Whiskey Friend with me, Alan. Here we are, another week, another new video. Wow, we're back on the battles. Boy, and have I got a battle in store today. This is a battle I've had in my mind for probably a couple of months now. I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off because I just didn't know if I wanted to get involved in this battle, because if this was a weight division, then this would be the heavyweights. This would be the champ of the world. These are two just absolutely monstrous beasts of a whiskey. So I hope I'm building this up, because that's where I'm going. I'm getting more excited. I don't think it's going to be a quick video, folks. It's just one of those. Wow, if you're a whiskey lover, then this is worth the watch. This is worth the wait. It's worth sticking around to the end. If you're a beginner to whiskey, this might, wow, this is going to set you up for what a great future you're going to have. So, without any further ado, I'm going to introduce these two bad boys. So, on my right here, covered up by Whiskey Friend number 64, I have the Kavalan single cask Solist. Wow, looking forward to this. I have reviewed a couple of Kavalans before. I have definitely reviewed the 13-year-old Virgin Oak, which I loved. So I'm really looking forward to this one. On my left, I have my trusty Whiskey Friend coin number 1. These are my own coins, by the way, on these. This is the Edradour 2006 12-year-old Hibisco bottle, Hibisco decanter, single cask, 57.3 on this one, and I think this is 59% ABV on the Kavalan. So, two monsters of the whiskey world. I'm going to start with the Edradour. I know this one pretty well. I did review this about 10 months ago, 10 months ago. I'll try and pop a link above this, guys. If you go back and have a look at that video, you'll see how much was in that Hibisco bottle, and you can see how much is in it now. So as you can see, I've done particularly well with this one. I scored this a 94 out of 100 way back then, so I'd be terrified to give you a score now. I might venture a score later on. I'm not too sure whether I'll go down that road. Let's dive in and let's nose this. I'll give you some info off the bottle actually on this one while you're here. They're both single casks, guys, so they might be a wee bit tricky to get a hold of. But this was distilled in 1610, 2006. It was bottled 29/5, 2019. It's cask 346. I have reviewed, I think, I've done a review of cask 345, I think, and I've done a review of cask 347. So I've done quite a few of these around. 57.3% ABV. What a beautiful decanter. Wow, okay. So, let's dive in and nose this. Wow. This is just, guys, I'm going to do a Kilkerran 8 here, I think. I think I'm going to get all gooey and all excited and all carried away. This is taking me all the way back to my sherry discoveries. This is just a sherry bomb, sherry monster, whatever you want to call it. That beautiful first fill sherry's in here. It's sherry all over it. You think it'd be fruity and dried fruit and red fruit. Yes, it has all that, but the first thing that comes to you is how dirty it is, how damp it is, how musty it is. Those dunnage warehouses. That mechanics overalls that I always get from this. That wet dog, damp wood. It's oily. Wow, what a nose. There's a little bit of the alcohol on the nose there, but then it's fruity, it's red fruit, it's red berries, it's dark fruit, it's dried fruit, it's raisins, sultanas, figs, dates, all of them. Look at the colour as well, it's just absolutely incredible. Wow, what a nose. The complexity of this, guys, is just off the chart. toffee, vanilla, caramel. It's minty, little bit of chocolate. It's like a after eight mint. Some licorice. There's some almonds. There's some hazelnut. That Christmas cake's there. Wow, it's just such a... It's orangey. It's spicy. Wow, where do you go with this? I've not even tasted this yet, and I'm feeling like my heart's pounding, and it's... Wow. I'm salivating, folks. I don't know if you can see it. Am I dribbling? I could do with a hanky. Wow. What a whisk. As you knows it. I say these have been sitting, guys, for about an hour. And I've had them covered up. And now I've just unleashed both of these. Wow, wow, wow. That's just a note. What a nose. Wow, it's got everything. Chocolate. It's musty, it's minty, it's dirty, it's damp, it's all that wet dogs there. It's spicy, it's fruity, it's just an absolutely incredible nose, guys. I think it was one of the highest scores I've given ever. Sure, I gave it a 94. But yeah, it's spicy, and it's... With all that going on, even the nose is beautifully balanced. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm conscious, guys, I think this is going to be a long video. I think I'm over 7 minutes already and I've not even tasted it yet. But without any further ado, I'm going to dive in, down the hatch, slange, wish me luck. I've got my parachute on the back, guys. I hope you've noticed. If you noticed, slange. Oh my God. Give me a minute, folks. Wow. Where do I start? The arrival. And the holding it in the mouth. It's so dry. It's sucking all the saliva out of your mouth. Coats all your teeth. Wow, it's dirty, it's damp, it's hot, it's mouth, and then it becomes so mouth watering. It's juicy, it's chewy, it's even gone a little bit fizzy. Wow, such oiliness, it's so thick. Wow. And at 57.3, that's so easy to drink, guys. There's no kind of burn, there's no alcohol. There's just so much going on. Let me have a little sip. I need to be careful with this, guys, because I think these sips, well, I suppose I could pour some more, but this has been opened up beautifully. So let me try some more. Yeah, it's so oily, it's so thick, it's so juicy, it's so dry, it's dirty, it's got everything, guys. Even now it's hot. If you like spicy food, then you'll love this. It's becoming much more spicy. Heading into the finish, it's getting spicier and spicier. It starts off where it's dry and it's a little bit tannic and it's woody. Then it goes into the fruitiness. Wow, the dried fruits, the dark fruits, the fruit cake, the Christmas cake, mintiness, it all just beautifully put together, guys. Whoever's put this together, it's a phenomenal dram. But I'm going to do the finish of this because I can't wait to get into this one now. I'm just trying to hold on to my excitement. So, here it goes, down the hatch. A little bit of coffee there as it was going into the finish. The finish is so long. It's dry. It's even longer. A little bit tannic. A little bit of licorice. Then comes in that coffee, tobacco leaf. Really nice coffee note on the end. And there's a little bit of spice. I think it's hot spices, maybe some chilli. Maybe not quite as hot as chilli, maybe some pepper. But it's lovely, lovely on the finish. So easy to drink, guys, considering what the quality is there. But the balance of that whiskey, beautiful, wonderful stuff. And now I'm going to tackle the other one. The other one was gifted to me, guys. Big thanks to Justin the Malt Monk. So, he's been egging me on to do this battle. I've been holding off because I was too scared to tackle it, guys. So, let's dive into this Kavalan. Kavalan single cask. Believe it's about 10 years old. It's the Solist. See, I have reviewed the 13-year-old, guys. I'll try and pop a link to that above. But wow, this is different. So different. Colour-wise, again, look how dark that is. I think that's even darker than the Edradour. I think the Edradour was dark. It's got that beautiful, beautiful, it's like a dark ruby colour. Beautiful, beautiful tinge. That might be my lights in here, but the more I put it up to the light, it's just so red and so dark. But straight off with this one, guys, the first thing I get with this is beautiful little coffee note on this one. But it's not just a coffee, it's like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's the coffee's there, it's got a twang to it, it's got a nice little kind of edginess. Wow. But the sherry again is massive. I'm not too sure what the sherry type is in this one. It's probably going to be Oloroso and PX, maybe both of them, but don't quote me on it. Another sherry bomb. Another sherry monster. Don't know if it's because it's a Kavalan, but it has these oriental influences on me. It's so spicy. It's super, super sweet. Sweet and sugary, but it has that real spicy note, but it's like a spicy honey, maybe some honey back ribs. Wow, sticky, juicy, but in there as well there's, again, it's a real complex dram. Wow, I feel so privileged to be able to do this, folks. I hope you're still with me and I hope you're enjoying a nice dram. Pick up a nice sherry monster and dive in with me. Wow. Got a little bit of herbal. A little herbal note in there. But it's so spicy, and I think cloves is the one that's coming out straight off. So much on this nose, guys. Again, both fantastic noses. But this seems a little bit spicier. It's still got that damp influence as well. It's musty. I think this is a 10-year-old, but I think in Kavalan terms, it smells aged. But I think with the climate over in Taiwan, I think this could easily smell like a 20 to 25-year-old whiskey. Smells older than the Edradour, although it's younger. It's funky. Those sweet ribs are there. It's like a honey sauce, a sticky, spicy, earthy, herbal. Wow. What a noise. Know what's coming next, folks, don't you? Can't wait to taste this. I've been holding back, guys. I've had this little dram for about, it could be 6 months, folks, that I've held onto this. So here comes the moment, my Kavalan moment. Down the hatch, slanch. Wish me luck. I think I need a moment. Wow. 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 It came in nice. It was, the Edradour came in hotter, although it's less. That came in nice and easy, and then what it does, as you're holding it in the mouth, it got drier and drier and drier, and it got so intense, so powerful that it was just building and building and building. But it's a little bit fruitier than the Edradour straight off. But that coffee note is there. It's so dry, it's so spicy. Those oriental notes are all over it. That mustiness. It's woody, it's dry, it's so syrupy, it's so thick. That aged note is there. The coffee's massive. It's got a little bit cinnamon spice in it now. In fact, let me have another sip of this. Wow, it does have that oriental character. A lot of Chinese notes going in. Barbecued ribs, barbecued meats, honeyed meats. It's musty. It's got loads and loads of character. It's mega complex, guys. The more you drink it, it's getting a wee bit more spicy. Those spices are coming in, but it's so fruity, it's so dry, it's so balanced. It's having its own battle, guys, between the tannins, the spices, those oriental notes. It's so fruity, but there's so much more than that. There's so much going on. Definitely having its own battle amongst itself there. But these two guys are just two sloggers. These are heavyweights. Here's my top tip. If you are an established malt head and you haven't tried any of these, you must try and find, you might not be able to find these ones, but if you can find anything that's comparable, any of the Edradour 12 Abisco bottles, the single casks, any of the Kavalan Solists, then I'd find any of them if you can, because it's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to dive into gear a wee bit of finish this, guys, then I'm going to try and conclude. I'm going to try and conclude. I'm over 20 minutes, folks. Wow. Let's do this one on the finish. Down the hatch, Kavalan Solist. Wow. Finish. So long. So dry. That spicy character's all over it. It's hot sauces everywhere. Chili sauce. It's gone a bit fizzy. It's so sweet. That chili sauce is there. This is not a whiskey, folks, for beginners. This is for established malt heads. Wow, so challenging. What a battle. Love battling these two. Do I dare score them? Wow. Let's see. Nose wise, I think I preferred the Kavalan on the nose. I think it was a little bit sweeter, a little bit fruitier, a little bit muskier. Don't get me wrong, that damp, dusty, dank Edradour character is unmistakable on the nose. This is getting a little bit, it's still damp and dusty and dank, musty, but there's a bit of sweetness in there as well, which gives it make it a wee bit more floral, I think. And palate wise, I honestly think I preferred the Edradour 12 on the palate. I think there was probably a wee bit more, well, I'm saying there's a bit more going on. There's masses going on in both of them. Both of them are just incredible whiskies. Palate wise, I think I just preferred the Edradour 12 to the Kavalan. Maybe the Kavalan maybe just had too much going on. I think, guys, I've just spent 20 minutes with these, but I think I could easily spend another 20 minutes and find some more. It's a neck and neck, to be honest with you. The finish on both of them are long finishes. They're dry, they're tannic, they're more sweet sauce, sweet chili sauce on the Kavalan, and there's a more tobacco leaf and a bit more coffee on the Edradour. Honestly, guys, I'm going to give a score here, right? And I know it's a battle, I know it's a heavyweight challenge, I know it's probably the most complex battle I've had yet, but I can't split them, right? But I'm going to make a statement here. These are both going to get 95s. They're both that good. That's equaling the top score I've ever given for a whiskey. And I think quality wise, I think you're both, money wise, they're both over £100. I think the Kavalan might be a wee bit tougher. I think that's heading towards 150. To be honest, I think this Edradour might be heading towards 150 as well. But they're both worth every penny. So yeah, I'm going to tie them at 95, guys. It's the first battle I've had a tie. I can't pick a winner. They're both fantastic. On a different day, any one of these could win. If you've had them, if you've tried any of the Kavalan Solists, or you've tried any of the Edradour 12 Hibiscos, dive into the comments, guys. Let me know what you think. I love your comments. If you've liked the video, give me the thumbs up. Don't forget to do that down there. I'm going to pop all the links into the description, the usual, the Instagram, the Twitter, Facebook, Patreon. If you want to pick up some of these coins, guys, I've not got many left, but I've got a couple left. Just dive in there. Wow, I need a rest after this. As always, I'm Alan, I'm the Whiskey Friend, and the pleasure as always is in the sharing. Until the next one, guys.